Hey, it's time for another Real Table podcast. We have our first Real Table guest, and his name is Aaron. Aaron, how you doing?
This is Running on Empties
No.
Food Review.
No.
I'm doing good. I just bought a bunch of groceries.
Yeah, we did. We bought a...
But on a budget. So I got a bunch for like $80. It was a bunch of rice and potatoes.
80.
80. Yeah.
And, what is it? It's Wednesday, June 12th. Yeah, Wednesday, June 12th. It is the 7-year anniversary.
Holy crap, we're already almost halfway through June.
Oh, fuck, yeah, you're right.
We're more than halfway through the year. Holy crap.
Yeah, don't
I'm
remind me.
upset.
It's the 7-year anniversary of Rush's last studio album, Clockwork Angels.
Put a big F in chat.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know what that means, I don't really understand it either. But when someone says F or press F, what does it mean, Aaron?
You're obligated to press F.
So it's like press F to pay respects.
Yeah.
I don't understand where it came from or fully what it means, but...
I think it's from a game, but I honestly don't know what game.
Yeah. I like how in all our group chats, when someone presses F...
Yeah, the other day I pressed F and everyone just kind of pressed F. I'm like, oh, all right, I didn't expect that.
You have to. I mean, someone presses F, you all have to press F. That's just a given. So anyways, I think this is episode 20, 19 or 20. I should always check before I record these, but I forget. But I'm excited. I don't have to talk to myself. I finally got a guest on here.
Yeah.
So,
now we can rant to each other.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I got a bitch of an itch on my ankle, dude.
Right? I've been getting itchy and bug bites like all over. Are you getting the same?
They like my blood. No, not even actually. It's always on my fucking ankles.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
Especially when you're like in bed and you can only scratch it with your other leg or your other
Did you
foot.
ever get it where like you feel like something's crawling on you?
Yes.
Ugh.
That happened to me, dude. It was really bad last night. I was laying in bed watching Chills, his stupid YouTube videos.
Oh my god.
Not stupid.
Number 5.
They're good. They're very good. He makes
his content's actually really good.
He makes video. He picks good videos. He makes videos that are actually pretty scary
and
very
stuff
watchable.
that I haven't seen before on every other YouTube channel.
Yeah, he picks really good videos. Like, wow, I haven't seen that one before.
You ever seen that video going around of that fucking like Dobby-looking creature?
Dobby from Harry Potter?
Yeah. Like some lady, I guess, recorded something on her house, or like from the camera on the front of her house of like a little Dobby creature walking.
What?
Yeah.
Where at?
I don't know. But it was kind of funny looking. It honestly looked like a puppet. And some people were saying like if you look hard enough you can actually see the strings, but I didn't see shit, so chat, let me know.
Yeah, I mean, all 15, 16 subscribers out there, if you're listening, message me.
I think me being one of them, hopefully. Check.
I don't know I should check all the subscribers, because I think I checked a while back, and there are some I don't know or recognize. Big shout out to everybody tuning in right now. But anyways, I don't know why I do this. I don't know if you do it, but I always seem to watch scary videos on YouTube at night.
Before bed?
Right before I go to bed.
Yeah.
You don't watch it during the day.
You're drawn to it for whatever reason.
Yeah, you don't watch it during the day.
I try to watch it during the day, and I'm just not about it.
Why is that? Why is it at night you always feel, oh, I gotta watch something scary. It's time to watch a scary movie. During the day, you don't do that shit. Why?
It's funny, because before you came over, there was, I think it was more of like a suspenseful, not really like scary, but there was like a suspenseful like movie recommendation that came on Hulu, and I'm like,
what was it?
I'm gonna check that out before bed. I don't remember what the name of it was.
Huh.
But it was like the very first one, so I guarantee I go on there, it's gonna show up again.
Oh, speaking of movies, let's talk about that Jordan Peele theory.
Oh god. So Stone and I are in cahoots, where if he comes out with a movie that says now or something,
right now,
now or like right now or like next year, anything with a certain amount of time, a specific time, we're getting out of the US.
Yeah, because, and I did not realize this, and I think this is partially funny and scary at the same time. It's a little funny. Like, so what was his first movie? It's called Get Out.
Yeah.
And you saw Get Out, right?
Yeah.
It was a good movie. And then his next one was called Us. Us, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Us. All right? Now the theory is, what he's saying is get out of the US.
So, if he comes out with a movie that says now, I mean, Canada, maybe the UK.
Oh, Canada, for sure. No one has a beef with Canada. Who doesn't like Canada? Or not just, who wants to go
Yeah.
to war with Canada? Nobody.
I mean, has Greenland been in any wars?
I don't want to go to Greenland. What's in Greenland?
Okay, Iceland. How about that?
I'd rather go to Canada. I'd rather live in Canada, to be honest. Maybe
Like a certain part?
well, maybe Alaska. You know, that's far enough away. Yeah. We could become mountain men.
How is Alaska technically not part of Canada's territory?
I don't know. You know what the capital of Alaska is? Juneau.
Oh, yeah.
Can you name any city? I can't name any city in Alaska except Juneau.
You know, I usually do know at least one, but now that you mention it, I can't think of any.
Yeah.
But, you know, I've never been there, and I honestly don't know if I have any plans to go there. It'd be cool.
Yeah, like I hear my grandfather would always go to Alaska like every year or two to go on like a hunting trip.
Mhm.
But not like we're going to go up to the cabin, blah, blah, blah. No, I mean, they go up, they take like a helicopter up there, they get dropped off in the middle of the forest, and the pilot says, "See you in a week," and then just takes off. Can you imagine?
That's Hunger Games shit, dude.
I know, imagine
That's the most
that.
dangerous game.
I know, that's the last thing you want to hear is, "See you in a week," and then he takes off, and then you got to just build camp. You have a tent.
Okay, realistically, do
Yeah.
you think you'd be able to survive by yourself? Or maybe not by yourself, but like with one other person, like in the wilderness for a week?
Well, who's the other person?
Say it's me or some shit.
I think we could. What I'm more worried about is, you know, an animal attack. Because I think you and
Okay,
I...
it depends where we are. If it's like Arizona, like the time we thought we were going to get mauled by a mountain lion,
We could have ran into somebody's backyard.
I think we'd have a better chance against a mountain lion than like a fucking bear.
I don't know. Mountain lions are pretty intense. Imagine, like, my cat Yitzy. Imagine that 3 times as big as me. Yeah, that's like a mountain lion.
No, I don't think mountain lions are that big.
Oh, really? I thought they were.
Yeah, no, they're smaller than actual lions, but
Maybe I'm thinking of a different animal.
they're... What?
They're just fast.
Well, aren't mountain lions and cougars kind of the same thing?
They're both scary. Imagine
No,
you-
like isn't it the same animal, just like different names?
Well, I don't know the difference between like a jaguar or a panther or a cougar, all that crap. But imagine this. You've seen a cat. A cat can jump from the ground to that top of that fence, right?
Yeah.
Now imagine a jaguar, a mountain lion. That thing can jump probably up to the
Oh,
roof.
jaguars carry fucking crocodiles up trees, dude.
And they can probably jump from here to the roof up there, no problem.
Yeah.
So if you gotta escape from that, what are you gonna do? That's what I'm worried about. When people are like, "Oh, can I survive in the
I'm not
wilderness?"
trying to outrun. At that point, I'm just gonna go for a fucking kick to the jaw or something.
Go for the eyes.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, I feel like we might have a little trouble.
I wouldn't worry anything about navigation because I'd get lost in a second. So I'm like, I'm gonna sit right the fuck here. I'm gonna go forward some berries and shit.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. I'm more worried about eating poisonous berries.
Oh, we'd have to have rules
Yeah.
because I
Okay.
don't know anyone else that knows that stuff.
I don't know.
Although I don't know how much he remembers.
Oh, that's right. He does know that stuff. Yeah, I don't know any of that shit. I'm more worried about animal attacks and berries, which is probably why I would just drink water, and then.
You always have to drink from a running stream. I think.
Running stream.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so I didn't.
Yeah,
even
if
know
it's still sitting water,
Yeah.
then you have a higher chance of like a bug or a parasite or something. So if it's
Hmm.
running water, then it's better to drink from that.
I don't know. I used to watch Survivor Man as a kid with Les Stroud or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So you would think I would know some pretty good, survival tips. I don't. I know random ones like you can start a fire with chocolate and a bottom of a soda can. I know there's something like that.
Okay, the show I Shouldn't Be Alive.
Oh god.
Did you ever watch that?
I must have seen a few episodes, but it's been a long time.
The ones where the people always got stranded in the ocean terrified me the most. I would straight up rather kill myself than be stranded in the ocean.
How the fuck do you get stranded in the middle of the ocean?
You know, like you're on a raft or something and you're just okay, so one of them actually I think it was 2 scuba divers
Oh,
and the boat
God.
like drifted away from them or like somehow forgot the people.
Well, that's what I don't understand. How do you forget 2 missing living people? You have a head count.
I
Count
think
all of
honestly
them.
it might have been like they both floated away from each other and then the boat just couldn't find them anymore. But yeah, they're just stranded there.
Well, how'd they get out?
I think the lady ended up surviving, but I think the husband died.
Oh God, what happened to him? Did he just give up or what?
No, I think he just kind of like starved or like
Oh.
got dehydrated or something and then just kind of like floated down and drowned.
Oh yeah, because you can't drink
Right.
salt water.
Yeah. Which was actually another one. It was a bunch of guys stranded on like a raft.
Oh,
And
jeez.
two of them had the bright idea. They're like, "Oh, like let's just drink the seawater. It's fine to drink." And everyone else is like,
You can't do that.
yeah, no." And the guys end up starting hallucinating. They got crazy. In shark-infested waters, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go stretch my legs in the water." So they get out of the raft and they're just swimming there. And then obviously the sharks just murk them.
Oh fuck, dude. Oh my god. That's. I know. There's a movie called Open Water. It's literally about that.
I think I saw that.
Yeah. First of all, it's like terrifying, but it's also like,
At night too. Can you imagine that water at night?
can you imagine in the water? Period. Knowing
No.
there's sharks in there.
I have a fear of
Oh god.
like when I'm in the ocean, if my feet aren't touching the ground, I'm not. That's as far as I'm going. I'm going back. I'm not going out there
God.
swimming, fucking letting the waves crash over my head.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Dude, like I go in the ocean and I go deep and I like, let the waves like take me and everything, but you turn your back on the ocean, it's dark. It's a whole thing under there. You don't know what's I'm more afraid of jellyfish at the beach, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, that they blend in.
And not just that, you get stung by a jellyfish. I hear when you get stung by a jellyfish,
You want to die.
at first, like the first 10, 15 minutes, you barely feel anything. It's like, oh, a little sting. It's like if I were to pinch you, that's
Yeah.
all it would be. And then it comes in, and then you feel like you'd rather die. Because my mom got stung when she was a kid. And
How
she
was
said at first she barely felt anything. And then after like 30 minutes, she was crying, she was yelling, she wanted to die and everything. It's like, oh, okay, right on. And
I mean, I shouldn't lie. That's not funny, but like,
well,
fuck.
I know, and you think to yourself, because you ever been stung by a scorpion?
I've never been stung by anything. Not even a bee.
Yeah, me too. But that streak ended last year. I was in the shower of all one of the most vulnerable places you can be in. The other two are as if you're on the toilet, or if you're having sex.
Which
Ironically, you're both naked and your pants are down in all three scenarios.
Yeah.
Shower, toilet, sex. Think about it. If you're in any of those three and somebody bursts in with like a knife or a gun and is going to rob you, you're just
at
you're
that
not
point,
in a
it's
state
all
of
hanging
mind.
out. I have nothing to lose. If I'm butt ass naked, I have nothing to lose.
I don't know. I would want to try to put some underwear on. I don't
No.
want... Dude,
No.
you got Willis and Doodleberries flying around down there. You want some...
That's fine. They're gonna stay out, and after I kick that guy's ass, I'm gonna teabag him.
I don't know.
Kind of gay, but
I would try to throw something at him and hit him in his head, and while he's
Yeah.
down, I try to go get some underwear on and then go kick his
So
ass.
think from your room.
Yeah.
You could probably just reach over, grab a book, and just chuck it.
Yeah, my books are kind of far though.
All right, what's right next to your bed?
Honestly, I could throw water at him. Get my cup of water.
That could work.
Well, actually, my little mini bats I have?
Ooh, yeah.
I could put those right next to my bed.
Okay, you could chuck one of them and then grab another.
Oh, I got like 10 of them. I could just
You could
stick there
dual wield.
and throw like that. Yeah.
3 of them, it's like, yeah, out of there.
But you've been in my room.
Yeah.
There's that recliner. So it's a little awkward.
yeah.
I can't lunge at him. I have to jump over the recliner and then
See,
get to
that's
him.
one of the, and you can't get out of your window. So that's one of those things where like,
I could probably just run and just, body slam into it, but there's a huge bush out there, so that'd be a bad idea.
yeah, so you're kind of trapped. So if they go in, obviously they're going through the front.
Oh, I'm fucked.
Yeah. Hope they either move.
Hey, Robert, can you move get out the way, get out the way now.
Move, bitch.
Yeah, I don't know. That's one of my biggest worries at night is just, are all the doors locked? Are all the doors locked? I'll get up, I'll lay in bed and be like, are the doors locked? And I'll get up and then walk to the front door and, stand there and make sure it's locked. I'll stand there for 10 seconds and be like, okay, it's locked. Yeah, I think it's locked. And I'll just psych myself out because when I was younger, I watched a TV show. I don't know why I did this. It was like top 10 unsolved murders.
Oh, no.
And number 1 was this guy went into this family's house and hid in the attic for the entire day. And then at night, he came down and murked all of them. By the way,
Damn.
when we say murk, we're not like doing it in a joking way. It's just something like we say. It's a new way of like saying get fucked or, whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, just in case someone out there's like, we're not joking or whatever, all right? But anyways, yeah, he came down and killed everybody, and then they never caught him. And it was like 100 years ago. And I told my dad that, and he's like, where did it happen? And I'm like, I think it happened in Cleveland. And he's like, well, you're fine. And I'm like, no.
And it was 100 years ago.
Well, that's not the point. It's like that could happen today. You hear about it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like even in the 80s or 90s. What the fuck was that? That was loud.
Not my problem.
That motorcycle was like super loud.
So speaking of like crime shows like that, did you ever watch America's Most Wanted with Bob Walsh?
Bob Walsh?
Dude,
I
that guy's
don't know.
a fucking legend. I loved that show.
I don't think so. What was that show about? Or what
It was
was
basically
about?
it was just like a list of so every week they'd have an episode of like a list of criminals that are wanted. And it was always like the most like what they did, and then show their profile, what they might look like, where they might be. So it just kind of went into detail, and it was really, I really liked it. It was actually kind of creepy because like, when I'd be in California visiting my dad in like like Sacramento, and they're like, oh, this crime was in L.A. or Sacramento. And I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I know, right? Don't you love it when you were like a kid and you turn on the news and they'd be like, yeah, a serial killer is loose in your neighborhood. Good night.
He was last seen on 31st and Thunderbird. It's like,
what?
What the fuck?
You like the Mr. Crab meme?
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah, what am I asking? What's America's Most Wanted about? I'm stupid. But I don't know if I've ever seen that show.
The one, I don't know why this stuck to me though. It fucking haunted me for a while.
What?
There was this one guy that went around like just, he was just a pyro. He just went around setting houses on fire.
What the
Cause like,
fuck?
fuck it, yeah. And the picture that they showed for him, he looked like a vampire.
Oh, jeez.
And
oh,
at the end, they had like a little clip. I don't know. I don't think it was actually him.
What?
But at the end, when they're like zooming out, they're like, "Your house is next," and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Wait, what was the clip?
It was just an audio of the guy saying, "Your house is next."
Oh, God.
And I was like, "You better not be, bitch."
Dude, you hear about like, there's this guy in the, again, you want to talk about, this is a really morbid section of the podcast, but anyways, we're in too deep. There's you want to talk about guys who never got caught. There was a guy, they called him like the voicemail, or the voicemail killer. He would call a woman or whoever and leave a voicemail with him heavy breathing and said, "I'm gonna kill you." Like, you know how Dennis in that It's Always Sunny? He's like, "I'm gonna kill you, bitch." Kind of like that, but he would slow it down and breathe heavy. And he would do that, and then like within the next night or two, that woman would be found dead. And they never caught the guy. And that was in the 80s.
How would he get their numbers?
I have no idea. But yeah, that was like in the 80s. And the guy never got caught. Although there have been a few people who have done that. But this guy, the one I saw on YouTube, they never like got him. And you sit there and you think about this and you go, dude, what about these cops? These people, you understand. I understand fully. You know, people, everybody knows how I feel about like drinking and alcohol and drugs.
Yeah.
I don't like most of it or approve of it. I fully understand why cops drink and become alcoholics, because every day they go to work. Look, when we go to work, oh, customers are so rude, blah, blah, blah. Dude, these guys see body parts all over the fucking place. They see families get torn apart. Lives are ruined and everything. And then they have to just go home and go to sleep.
Like nothing happened.
Yeah, and then go back to work the next day. Dude, I couldn't do it. People tell me like all the time, "Oh, you should be a Marine. You should do all this. You should." Dude, I can't. I can't do it. I don't have the mental strength or capacity to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So they drink to numb the pain, and I fully understand it. Do I, fully allow it or anything? No, but I understand why they do it, because you hear about these really like these serial killers who like videotape.
Things.
Yeah, they videotape all their stuff, and these cops watch it.
They have to watch it, like,
they watch
for
it.
evidence and shit. Yeah.
God. Yeah, and you go.
Well, it's okay. So it's kind of like I think there was this one cannibal or something that like would record himself eating people, and when he got caught and like on trial, the jury like legally had to watch those tapes to make their decision. What's
your decision? The guy's a fucking cannibal.
I don't know. That might not be the whole thing, but like I think they legally had to watch it.
Did they have to watch the whole thing?
They had to get like the government or like the state had to provide like psychologists for these people afterwards, because they were just so traumatized by what they fucking saw.
Wow, that's like, those people should get paid.
It's like, can you imagine being on that jury?
I would be like
instead of the one that I got, where it was like, oh hey, the judge came out, was like, oh, I got good news and bad news for you. The bad news is you just wasted like 5 hours of your day just sitting here. The good news is you get to go home.
Yeah, I know. Or like, this guy ran a red light for the 12th time. Should we put him in jail for 12 hours? Let's deliberate. Yeah, sure. No, what are we doing today? You got to watch the video of this guy eating another dude, and then decide if he wants to if he goes to prison for 75 years or 80. Can I make the decision now? 75.
This guy's eating people. Give him the chair.
Dude, did you know cannibalism only became illegal in Germany in like 2003?
That sounds about right.
Something like that. There's this video, not video. Well, actually, no, there is a video. You know
it's kind. I don't want to say it's kind of coming back, but like,
what?
All these celebrities are coming out with like, they're like, oh, like the reason my skin is so clear is because I put blood on, like I just smear blood.
What? Who says that?
I think Kim Kardashian was doing it.
Okay, time out. Don't take anything Kim Kardashian says serious.
Okay, but like in general, like that family,
right?
And I think there's a couple other celebrities, but I don't know which ones off the top of my head. But they were just smearing blood on their face, like, oh, it's like euphoric, and you know,
well, what kind of blood?
It clears. Human blood.
Human blood.
Just blood. Yeah.
Well, there's like animal blood. I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, that's still morbid.
Honestly, yeah, it is. But maybe you should, like, if these celebrities do come out, the interviewer should be like, "Oh, have you tried animal blood?" Or it's just like, or is there diet blood or something like that? Yeah, I know it's like.
Have you looked at the music video or watched the music video these celebrities put out nowadays?
No.
It's fucking weird. Like, it never has anything. It's always the same shit.
Yeah.
It's always something sexual with drugs. It's always got like black and white tiles in it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of. I don't want to be the whole crazy conspiracy theorist, but a lot of it has like satanic symbolism in it.
Yeah. I don't. Look, a lot of metal bands do that shit, like all this like satanic metal, you know.
I don't know.
Symbolism.
Some of these songs, straight up, the lyrics are, "Oh, I sold my soul." And it's like, I kind of believe you.
Well, it's like, yeah, that's like the old thing. You become a rock star, you sell your soul to the devil. But it's like, and then some people are like, I did it seriously. It's like, okay, how am I supposed to believe you if you got no proof to back this up? I made a record about it. Yeah, that's gonna convince me. You made a fucking record about it. It's a concept album.
I don't know. I don't think that's anything to joke about. So.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's like nothing has happened. And also, I tell people all the time too about like. You know, like, I listen to Slipknot and metal bands and all this other crap.
I mean, I don't think it's bad to listen to it, but like...
Well, you see, like, the album covers and it's all, like, upside down stuff. And look, my faith and my belief is stronger than what the lead singer of Slayer is singing or screaming into my ear or album artwork, okay? It's going to take a lot more than that to convince me otherwise. So, you know, and that's what I'm saying. Your, you know, beliefs are stronger than what other people say. But that's not even a religious thing. That could be about anything. If you don't want to do drugs, and your favorite celebrity says do drugs, and you're like, no, I don't want to. Your beliefs are stronger than that. So there you go.
That's where the whole thing is like, the other conspiracy of like the whole mind control in the music videos. Like, if you play some of the songs backwards, they'll say certain things.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think one of a Britney Spears song, way back in like the early 2000s or whatever, whenever she was. One of them, I think when she was like 16, when she was first coming around, was like, oh, would you play it backward? It said, sleep with me, I'm not too young.
Oh, shit. What?
Yeah, literally. It said, sleep with me, I'm not too young.
Have you heard that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But I always say those things scream me out, so I don't like listening to those. But yeah, backwards, it said, sleep with me, I'm not too young. And it's a lot of the times when people play backwards stuff, it's like, they're really nitpicking and like really just looking for something. That was pretty fucking clear.
Well, a lot of times it's like you watch these ghost shows and you like EVPs and they just like, listen to this. And it's like, this is what they're saying. And you're like, I don't hear that.
Yeah.
I kind of hear some... It
just sounds like static.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a high-pitched voice, but I can't make out words. If you can hear words, then you got better hearing than me. But no, there's back, like I said before, a few minutes ago, in early 2000s, I think this made cannibalism illegal in Germany in 2003. I think it was Germany. But this guy, you know the deep web or the dark web?
I think I know where you're going with it. Was it that weird looking guy with like the chiseled jaw?
I don't really remember.
Because there was a German that like talked about his cannibalism ways or whatever.
And he posted and he posted on Cannibalism Cafe.
Yeah.
That's the one, yeah. And he's like pretty much posted, yo,
and the guy voluntarily let himself be eaten.
Yeah, video
chopped off
everything.
His dick.
Oh, God.
Ate his dick.
And they filmed the whole thing. And I think, like you said, I think that jury had to watch it all.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do you have to watch? This guy admitted to it. Why do you have to watch it?
And then made a series about it, like on Netflix or something.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it called?
I don't know. But they're like interviewing.
I don't know.
Look up cannibal and I'm sure he'll pop up.
Yeah, what the fuck? And then there's another thing that I was reading about a couple nights ago, and this just made me super depressed.
Oh gosh.
But there was this Australian guy named like Peter Scully, and this guy was, I mean, this is like evil beyond evil. This is the worst thing about humanity. You know, you talk about like the Holocaust and evil. Mm-hmm. This is a really fucking morbid podcast, but you know, we'll end it on a positive, bright note.
Hopefully.
Once we get out of this shit. But anyways, we'll make dick fart jokes. You know, we'll come out of it. But anyways, this guy he's a serial killer and everything. And it's like it's one thing, okay, serial killer, but there's something about like serial killing, and then like right before that he would like rape, you know, like women and guys too. So supposedly, like on the deep web and dark web, which you can't even access on a normal computer, thank God. You have to have
if you do, people will track your IP address and they'll know everything about you.
You have to have it specially installed and everything, but it's like...
Yeah, there's like an actual web browser, like Onion or some shit.
Some like Tor.
Yeah, Tor.
Yeah. And we only know this shit because we watch YouTube videos about people who supposedly went to it. And they all say the same thing.
Okay, well, there's the deep web and then there's the dark web.
I thought they were the same.
No, dark web. What is it? So I saw like a comparison of like the whole iceberg that hit the Titanic hit. It was like the above was regular internet.
Is Mariana's Trench in there?
Yes.
Yeah,
or like Mariana's Web, which is like I think even deeper.
Trench. What am I saying?
Which is like the really super fucked up stuff.
Yeah, this is where you can like hire hitmen and buy any drug known to man, and you know, buy people's social security numbers and all that shit. So anyways, there's this guy went out, and like I said, there's supposedly a video of it that pedophiles can buy on like this website on the dark web. This guy kidnapped 3 girls, like 8, 9, and 18 months old, and filmed him doing all this fucked up stuff to them. And he killed the 8 and 9-year-old girl, and the 18-month-old survived, but I don't even have to say what, you can just imagine. And supposedly there's a video of it, and I'm not going to say the title because I don't want anyone to go out and, you know, try to look for it. Or not just look for it, not like that, but read about it. I don't want people to read about it. Not watch it, you know, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But just reading about what's on it. Even though I already said the guy's name, so, you know, it's probably already done. But these cops had to watch it. They had to watch this shit. And then it turned into an urban legend of, oh, is this real? Did it happen? Did it not happen? And people are saying, yes, it did happen. These cops came out and said, yes, this is real.
The thing is, like, that's just one case. Things like that happen all the time.
Every day. Right now, every day.
I mean, the whole Pizzagate theory. Have you heard that?
Oh, I heard something about that in my English class.
Like,
what was
Comet
that?
Pizza. So, I don't know the whole story, but it was like, there's a pizza place called Comet Pizza or some shit. I think over somewhere on the East Coast. I don't remember what state.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It might have been like New York or something, but anyway, like that place was just like a front for child pedophilia. They had like code words for everything, so a bunch of like celebrities and shit went there all the time. And I don't know, the CIA I think came out with like a code, like a key of what each word meant. I think cheese pizza was little boy.
Oh, jeez.
Pepperoni was little girl.
I heard that wasn't true. I heard that was made up.
I think it was true.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird because in my English class last semester, well, August 2018, you know, the first semester, she posted that article or read about it, or we read about it, and basically what you said, and a guy went there with like a gun or a sniper or whatever and confronted them, and the cops were called and everything, and they did an investigation, and it turns out it was completely false. Unless it was a different thing, or maybe he went to the wrong place or whatever, but...
Completely false. Well, like I said, if there was really celebrities and high politicians go in there, then... Or
it could have been a different restaurant. I don't remember. But the word Pizzagate sounds very familiar.
I'll have to reread up on it because I don't really remember, but...
Yeah, but isn't conspiracies interesting? Because you don't want to say you're a conspiracy theorist because...
No, because then you're looked at as crazy and everything.
Well, and you can't honestly blame them because who's like...
So, speaking of conspiracy, like, let me diverge just a little bit.
All right.
So have you heard of the Illuminati card game?
The card game?
Yeah,
No,
I think
What is that?
back in like the 60s or something.
Yeah.
They came out with like a regular deck of cards, like an actual game that you can play.
Yeah.
And it was basically just a lot of random events and shit. Some of which like I think had happened.
Yeah.
And
I've never heard of this before.
they literally okay, so there was one called the Flat Earthers. Before the Flat Earth was even a thing.
What?
I think. Yeah. There was a card for Flat Earthers where like and the card said something like these people aren't right about the earth being flat, but they're on to something. Like they're not entirely wrong, but they're not entirely right.
They're on to some. How if it's not flat? What do you mean they're on to something though? Is it like?
So I think there's theories that like Earth isn't. Okay, so NASA admits that when they take photos of Earth, that they actually Photoshop Earth for whatever fucking reason. They Photoshop the pictures.
Well, what do they Photoshop about it?
Exactly. No one knows.
Why would they say they Photoshop it, but they wouldn't go into why or what?
It's like, why do you need to Photoshop it?
Why would you?
Does
say
it not
you
look
do
pretty
it?
enough?
Well, why would you say that and then not go into what? What are you photocopying and why?
I don't. All I know is that they said they Photoshop it to make it look better, like clear resolution or whatever.
Well, maybe maybe they make it look better for like the HD
I don't know,
ness or whatever. But and I've talked about this on the Real Table podcast.
Oh no.
Area 51.
Yeah.
Dude, there's nothing at Area 51.
What
It's
do you mean?
it's just a military base. The reason Area 51 is so mysterious, I really think, is mainly because of the name. The number. 51. It's a scary, menacing number. If it was called Area 17 or Area 28, would really people give a shit? Probably not.
Well, then what do you think about like Bermuda Triangle and stuff?
I don't know. That's a weird one. I've come up with ideas of like, all right, here's how you solve Bermuda Triangle. You get 10 huge ships, and you all tie a line on each of them, and then you just sail in a straight line. There you go. Because you hear
A
ships
better way is
disappearing.
just don't sail through it.
Well, yeah, you don't sail through it. But you hear about Bermuda Triangle, blah, blah, blah. And you read stories, too, about planes that fly in and then they disappeared.
Like Amelia
Well,
Earhart.
It's entirely possible it got foggy, they got nauseous, and then just, crashed into the ocean. I really think that's
If it's
the
really
case.
if it's as foggy as it looks, and maybe they're going down without realizing, and then they just hit the water at
Can
some
you
point.
imagine how scary that would be?
That'd be fucking terrifying.
But hopefully it's quick. You hit the water and go. I mean, there's no way.
Well, I mean, depends how.
You're going
If you're going at like a
fast.
slight angle,
Yeah.
maybe not. But if you're nosediving like the Japanese, then yeah.
Nosedive, you're dead. Because you hear about like these planes, not like huge airliners, if I'm using that term
Yeah.
correctly, but like smaller ones, like a small crew.
Aircraft.
I hear one of them, a story from like the 40s or 50s, it disappeared, and some people were saying on their last known, spot where they checked in, I think they said they were lower than they thought. So instead of being like, 2,600 feet, they were 26 feet above the water. So they just flew right into it without realizing it, which is still scary. But I really think the whole Bermuda Triangle thing is really just, in terms of planes, I think it was foggy. They flew and crashed into the ocean, and then that was it. Whether they found,
So if we're gonna be on the subject of planes, 9/11.
what about 9/11?
Do you think it was an inside job?
No, I don't think it was an inside job. Because you're going to have a conspiracy that big and pay off to keep everybody quiet for that long? I just don't think it would be possible. I think it would come out accidentally,
What do you mean, come out accidentally?
It would just come out. It would slip, and the public would know about it. Because think about it. You know how, like, I think it's funny, but you hear about, like, you watch these espionage shows. And what happens when somebody's going to slip up? They're going to go to the cops. They get into an accident. They
yeah.
get into a car accident.
They had dirt on Hillary.
Yeah, they're going to reveal Clinton's emails, and then they drowned in their swimming pool. And it's like, they don't have a swimming pool.
Okay,
yeah,
so
they
what
went to
about
their
something
friend's
like
house.
this that's not an accident? So,
What?
I think it was the Grammys or like Oscars or whatever. Christian Bale. The whole,
Uh-oh.
I want to thank Satan for this award.
What? What? I didn't hear about that. What did he say? I want to thank Satan?
Yeah, he's like, I want to thank Satan for the inspiration. Oh, damn, why do I have 4G right here?
Well, maybe he's either completely joking.
I don't think it was I think it was a shout out, to be honest.
Well, if so, then that's what he's into. Christian Bale is, a Satanist. Doesn't really affect my life. I never really liked the guy in the first place. He's a good actor, but
I heard he's a real asshole.
oh yeah, I mean, I can totally see it. Like I said, good actor, but you don't have to be a complete dick to be a good actor. Like
Yeah,
guys
good actor and nice person are not synonymous. So.
Yeah, like why can't you be a good actor and just be a nice guy? Why do you have to be like a complete dick or douchebag?
Yeah.
Guys like him and Daniel Day-Lewis, can't you just be a really good actor and just get it done? Why do you have to like transform into like this complete idiot psycho douchebag jerk?
Mm-hmm.
Like just act and get the job done. You hear stories about like Robert De Niro, but I like Robert De Niro, although I have heard he's gone a little overboard. When they say cut, they stay in character, and it's like, why? I don't get that. Maybe if you're playing a psycho and they say cut, maybe you need to like take a minute or two to like get back into reality.
Which is what I think the guy that played Heath Ledger that did the Joker, I heard he did that.
Oh, Heath Ledger?
Yeah, I heard he'd stay in character. Like, he'd take a while to like prep.
Yeah, I know, and that's where it's just like, can't you just act? Why do you have to like take 30 minutes? Oh, is this Loudwire News? Christian Bale thanks Satan after winning.
Oh, it's Golden Globes.
Hey, it's Tony Gonzalez with
I don't care.
What? I know.
Didn't you show the damn clip?
Was this recently?
It was.
That's funny.
Looks like 5 months ago.
I never heard about this. But Christian Bale kind of like depopularized himself because of how much of a dick he is. And look, if Christian Bale somehow listens to the Real Table podcast, I'm sorry. I liked you in
Fight me.
I liked you in Batman, but you also almost ruined Batman. And American Psycho was entertaining.
It's Batman.
I'm Batman.
honor for Best Actor in a Motion Picture Comedy or Musical for portraying former Vice President Dick Cheney in the film Vice.
Oh yeah.
He played Dick Cheney?
Yeah.
His wife and children and those who worked on the film, but then added with his sense of humor, "Thank you, Satan, for giving me inspiration on how to play this role." The Church of Satan thanked Bale for the acknowledgement, stating that Satan is a symbol of pride.
To us, Satan is a symbol of pride, liberty, and individualism, and it serves as an external, metaphorical projection of our highest personal potential. As Mr. Bale's own talent and skill won him the award, this is fitting. Hail Christian, hail Satan. Oh, ha ha ha, very funny. Hail Christian. Yeah, I get that. There's a Church of Twitter. They have a Church of Satan.
They're verified, yeah. They have a literal.
Oh my god. I don't know. To me, honestly, that's just kind of funny in a weird way because it's like, I think he just has a really messed up sense of humor and he probably thinks it's really funny or whatever, and everyone else is like,
I think it was a shout out.
Well, even if it is a shout out, it's like, okay. The drummer for Tool, Danny Carey, I think he is a Satanist. And when Tool got nominated and won the award for like best hard rock performance for Schism in 2001 or whatever, he and the bassist, Danny and Justin, he went up and said, "I want to thank my parents and Satan." Okay. And then Justin went up and said, "I want to thank my dad for doing my mom." So that's where it's like, I think it's really just like shock humor is the main one. And the second one is he probably means it.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't really, I don't know. I still like Tool. They're a good band. I'm not going to look at them. Table. I read something like when Danny Carey of Tool plays drums, his drums are like summoning energy or summoning or calling out to some evil force, and it's like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? And this is again where it comes into play of like, okay, look, I don't know if that's supposed to scare or intimidate me, but it doesn't. So try again.
Okay, well, that as far as like making music like that goes, and we'll switch the subject and get on a light topic after this, but like I've seen clips of Beyonce. Yeah. And obviously she has the alter ego of Sasha Fierce or whatever it is.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, when she was with whatever that group was, I don't even remember. I don't care enough. Fuck her.
Yeah, a little bit.
But like there was clips of her like when she I mean, like when she was performing with that group, like at a concert.
Yeah.
And it was weird. There would be times when like, I don't even know how to describe it. The clip I watched, it was like her neck got really weird. It was like something was in her fucking neck.
What?
And then like when she looked back at like the camera, she just looked evil, dude. Like she straight up just looked like pure evil.
That's interesting because I saw a clip, I think from Chills
Mhm.
or Sir Spooks or some YouTube channel,
Yeah.
of Justin Bieber getting arrested in like 2-3 years ago.
Mhm.
And he's standing in court, and like the camera's right here. I know the people can't see me, but if the camera's right here, and he's like off to the side like this,
Mhm.
and he's like, you know, arrested. He's handcuffed and he's looking over. Apparently, I saw the clip. He looks at the camera. His eyes look completely red, and he's just got like a dead like face. He just stares for like a second, and he looks away. And that was literally the clip. And Chills, you know Chills. It's just
Yeah.
like, here's a clip of Justin Bieber. He looks at the camera and his eyes are red. I don't know what this is. Maybe it was the HD TV, but I definitely would not want to be in the cell with Justin Bieber. Number 11. And you're like, oh, dude, thank you so much for making these videos. That would be kind of unsettling, kind of funny. But, you know, it could just be a fluky thing. And also that video, Justin Bieber, a guy's filming it with his phone that was on a TV. So it doesn't look good. The
yeah.
quality's not good at all.
Yeah.
But even then, you watch it and you're like, oh, that's kind of weird. And then that's pretty much it. That's where it ends. So this Beyonce thing, I don't know. If her neck is acting all weird like that and she looks like weird or possessed, I don't know. I'm already not a Beyonce fan, so maybe I should be. I don't know. Now, she's never personally done anything to me. She's never cut me off in traffic or, you know,
As far as you know.
or prank
to be
called
honest.
me. Yeah, so I got nothing against her, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'd have to see the clip. Do you remember it?
If I find it, I'll send it to you. But
Okay.
I mean, you could probably just look it up, like Sasha Fierce performance demonic or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but you know,
On a brighter note, I don't know if you've ever watched Avatar: The Last Airbender.
the TV show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I watched it when I was younger.
My favorite show of all time.
It's pretty good.
I think one of the like writers or the creators of the show announced they're gonna be doing a season 4.
Seriously?
Fuck yeah, dude!
Same animation? Or are they gonna change it up?
I believe same animation. I think they said the story is gonna be following like Azula or something. Basically like her downfall, I guess, which would be pretty fucking interesting to me, because they didn't really get into it too much. Like,
You know what?
Well, I think it'd be cool.
You know what that Azula name? You know what that reminds me of? You ever seen Ghostbusters?
A long time.
Okay, that movie is really funny, and it came out in '84. You know what it is? You know,
Yeah.
these guys hunt ghosts.
I just remember that giant mushroom man or like
Marshmallow Man.
Marshmallow Man.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
So in the movie, this has got some very good special effects and graphics. But you remember the dogs, the demon dogs that come out? So in the movie, they accidentally, you know, all these ghosts are coming about, and there are these demon dog statues, and they come to life, and they go and find 2 people, and then they possess them, and then they, you know, become the demon dogs. But it's funny. And why I'm so laid back and casual about like the whole Christian Bale Satanist thing and everything is kind of because in that movie, you see these demon dogs and they got really good special effects. They look terrifying. They look scary. And you see them like running around doing these lion sound effects. And in the movie, the main characters are just all laid back and casual. They're just kind of like,
Another day.
yeah, they're just like, all right, so she turned into a dog. You know, it's just like they're just so calm and laid back, but they also got these huge proton packs with them. And guess what? Ghostbusters won. So I've always tried to combat dark, heavy, subjects or topics or whatever with a little bit of, a sense of humor. Or maybe just try to like not be so serious about some things.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, when it's like some things, like if you were to call me and say, I got into an accident, I wouldn't be like, yeah, well, you called me, so you're not dead. I'm not going to say something like that. But I would, of course, be like, okay, what's wrong? Are you okay? Where are you at? And you tell me, I would go over there.
Mm-hmm.
Once I totally 100% make sure you're okay. Let's say you break your arm.
Yeah.
And it's your left arm. If I were to come over and make sure you were absolutely okay, I would be like, well, Aaron, at least you can still whack off.
I knew you were going to say some shit like that.
Exactly.
I was getting ready to smack you.
Hey,
Hey,
smack
how do you
me.
know I'm not a switch hitter?
Are you a switch hitter?
I try to be.
Bullshit.
I make it work.
Bullshit.
No. It's a different sensation when you use your left hand. I swear. It's like someone else is doing it. The first time you ever do it, at least.
I don't know. To me, it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, I'll give it a try. Like some people don't skinny dip, or I've never done it.
I mean, I'd be with it.
You never done it?
No, I've done it once when I was like really little, but
Oh, it feels great.
not really little. I think I was maybe in like 4th, 5th grade or something. But
it's a weird feeling. It feels really good though. But there are people out there who've never done it, and you go like, well, you got to try it, and they're like, oh, I don't know, I don't want to. I get people do the same thing with me in drugs or like alcohol. It's just like, you gotta try it. If it was so good, you gotta do this. It's like,
okay. Do people give you the reaction when they find out you've never smoked weed? Like, really? Like, you gotta try it. It's like,
oh, yeah.
Come on, we'll smoke together sometime. It's like, who are you?
Well, here's the thing. People my age, 100% will be like, what? You've never smoked? Well, drugs, not cigarettes.
Yeah.
Cigarettes is another thing. That's,
marijuana.
Yeah, the Mary Jane. When people find out I've never smoked the Mary Jane, they're just like, what? You got it. Dude, you hit me up. You know how many times I've been offered free weed?
Oh,
Because,
I got a list. There's people literally in line waiting to take my smoking virginity.
well, not just that, because my name is Stone, and I've never smoked before. That's like a double package. That's a double play right there. I've been offered so many times for free drugs, and it's like, no, I'm good. But here's the funny thing. Older adults, like, people at the restaurant, at the stadium, they talk about it and they ask me, I go, no. You know what they say? They're like, yeah, you're better off without it. So it's really, there is an age. Mm-hmm. We're not really there yet. Well, obviously, but we're going to get there where some things just don't really become important anymore. They're important now, but we're young. And then when we get older, you think about them, but they're not as big of a deal. You don't get mad about them. You don't get stressed.
Like pussy?
Yeah, kind of like pussy.
Women?
You just want to own a cat, and you just can't do it. I'm totally kidding. But anyways, you want to go out, and women do the same thing. They want to go out and find a relationship. They want dick or whatever. And guys, vice versa. We want a relationship. We want to get laid. And, you're young. And then you just kind of get older. You either meet somebody and settle down, or you just kind of date around. Nothing's too serious. Maybe you almost make the World Series, and then you always, back out. You just kind of get older. One day you wake up and you're like, yeah, you know what?
Fuck it.
Doesn't matter. If it happens, it happens, but I'm not going to worry or stress about it. So I'm welcoming that day when it happens. And, one of life's cruelest jokes out there?
Existing.
Okay, so life's second cruelest joke.
What?
Here's life's second cruelest joke. Let's pretend for 2 seconds. Every listener out there, all right, just bear with me here. Let's pretend guys have a huge sex drive at a young age, okay? And women don't. They have 0 to none.
Like, what age are you talking about?
Like 18 to 25. Okay, 20 to 30.
Well, I mean, 30 is when guys actually peak, so that's when their drive starts going down.
Well, let's say
like our age now, 20s.
Okay, so let's say 20 to 30 guys are basically at their peak in climbing. Women are, they don't care, whatever. Okay, fine, kind of understand it. You're telling me as guys get older, like at 30 or 35, their sex drive starts to go down? And what do women do? Theirs go up.
They want more.
They want more as they get older, and guys want less a little bit as they get older. Well, what kind of a sick, cruel joke is that? Are you kidding me? We're literally like this. We're like, it doesn't equal. We never meet. We're not climbing together or declining. We're doing this shit. We're all over the fucking place. I know you can't. I'm doing a bunch of shit with my hands right now.
Okay. That kind of reminds me of a post I saw by some thought on Twitter. I don't know the name. But, it kind of hit me. It hurt a little bit. She's like, girls do ask guys out and plan stuff first. Maybe you guys are just ugly and don't get asked out. I'm like,
Wow. You know what?
I'm like, that hits a little too close to home.
It's like, you know what? You're right. You didn't really have to say it or address it, but you did.
It's, that's one of those things like, I think guys just subconsciously know that, but like, probably don't want to admit it.
Oh, yeah.
Unless they just straight up do admit it, like, I know I'm fucking ugly or something, but...
Oh, yeah. I mean, guys fully know that. A lot of guys...
And the girls, oh, no. anyone would be lucky to have you. It's like, just stop. I'm gonna stop you right there.
Yeah, it's like
Don't give me the whole fucking spiel.
Clearly, either I'm blind or you're blind. Something's not adding up here. Because yeah, I've had my entire life. I almost ended up quoting a movie. My entire life, people. Well, yeah, some guys have said this. Women always tell me that they are surprised or amazed or shocked that I'm single, and it's like, why? I always go like, why? And they go like, because you're such a nice guy. And it's like, dude.
The fuck does that mean?
Well, it's like, I know what it means, but
It
clearly,
doesn't give you shit.
nice guys don't get anywhere.
Nice guys finish last.
We're stuck in the first round of the playoffs. We never make it. We're like the Washington Nationals. We can't get past the division series. What the fuck? At least the Cubs and the Dodgers get to the second round. Or the World Series. Don't give me that.
It's like every girl's born with that, oh, you're such a nice guy, anyone would be lucky to have you speech, like, embedded in them.
Yeah, and guys have the you're not good enough speech that we tell ourselves embedded in our head. And yeah, look, I've had a couple of girls get mad at me because I don't understand what it's like to be a girl. And it's like, well, yeah, I don't know what it's like to be a girl, but you don't know what it's like to have a dick and balls too. All right? I don't want to hear it. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, there's just girls out there that act like they're the only ones that have problems.
Well, it's like, look, you have some serious problems out there. And not just that, but problems I can never relate to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They're not going to make rules where somebody has to walk a guy to his car at night. Okay? That's not going to happen.
I mean, with the way feminism is going, maybe. Because apparently women are physically stronger than guys now.
Hey, there are a bunch of girls out there that could kick my ass. And you know
I'm
what?
talking about, like, if a guy and a girl were to, like, both not work out, like, does it, like, regular lifestyle, never actually, like, go to the gym or anything.
Yeah.
Or do, like, the same exercise regimen. The guy would physically be stronger.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's, isn't it funny how, like, guys have, like, some unwritten rules, even if guys, like, hate each other?
I love the head nod. Every guy just does the head nod.
Or not just that, but they don't go for the balls. Guys, they could hate each other, but they never kick each other in the balls.
Yeah.
They'll punch each other in the head 50
First thing
times.
women do is go for the hair.
The hair or the nuts? But here's the thing, and I know Eddie Murphy has said this before in his stand-up, but women, you don't have to kick a crotch to hurt a guy. You can barely touch balls, and it will stop us cold, right?
I mean, women do plenty fine hurting guys just by breaking their hearts every day.
I know, but you always hear these girls are just like, I'm gonna rip his dick off and kick him in the balls. It's like, you don't have to kick him in the balls. You can just start to, and guys will, and if you go anywhere near his crotch in a violent way, a guy will stop and, shudder. So you don't have to, be all violent and be like, I'm gonna rip his dick off and put it in the microwave, or you don't have to do that shit.
And make him eat it.
Yeah, it's like, first of all, stop, okay? You just stop, okay? Because if a guy were to say, like, I'm gonna rip, that girl's tits off and blah, 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 that guy would probably be arrested.
Yeah.
And thrown, but women...
Double standards.
Women say all this shit about ripping a guy's dick off and doing all this stuff. It's like, well, no one's gonna arrest you because you don't mean it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, everything is a double standard nowadays. And sometimes it can be very annoying, especially when it's like, there are some things where it's like, we want equality. We want to be equal.
Yeah.
Okay, but equality...
No, I think they want superiority at this point.
Well, it's like, I believe in true equality, but that doesn't mean, if it doesn't benefit you, then you don't want it. No. Equality means you win some, you lose some. It doesn't mean when it benefits you.
You have to make the sacrifice play.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to get yourself out to move the runner into scoring position. It's a sacrifice out, There's another term for it, but I can't think of anything. Or I can't think of the term. But anyways, we're doing pretty good. 53 minutes. It only feels like it's been like 52 minutes.
Facts.
Big facts. So anyways.
It's getting hot as hell in this car.
I know. I was thinking about opening the door. In fact, I'm probably going to open up a little bit. Oh, fuck. It's like a fucking sauna in here. Yeah, we're actually sitting in the car at Aaron's new place in South Tempe next to Dutch Bros. And Zia
Records.
And Fry's.
And down the same fucking street.
I know, dude.
They're all on down the same street, down Southern.
I really gotta move down here. It's next to the freeway. I can still get to Chase Field, quick. Zia's is down here. Getting to the Coyotes arena will probably take the same amount of time, but I don't know. If I ever move out, and this place is open, or if you and me want to get a place, then we gotta like do something down here. It was great.
I'm with it.
But anyways, Game 7 tonight, since it's Wednesday tonight. Boston Bruins, St. Louis Blues, Game 7
Let's
in
go
Boston.
Bruins.
No, let's go Blues.
Bruins.
Blues.
I will fight you
See,
right
this
now.
is the thing. We're at odds here. So, and you're free to watch the game, right?
I should be, yeah.
Okay. I gotta, when we're done recording, I'll check the time and then we'll.
I guess I'll find, because I asked my manager today, I'm like, so the app for the scheduling only shows my schedule up to today, so what's my schedule tomorrow? He's like, yeah, it's kind of like funky right now. He's like, I'll add you to like the Facebook group thing, you know.
The Facebook group?
Because he posted like the schedule for, like on there. He's like, well, it doesn't show you, it doesn't, like, the next time, or like, it shows you working on Thursday, so he's like, it looks like you're not working tomorrow, so I'm like, all right, if I get a call, I'll know I'm supposed to be working, but.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so we got the Blues and Bruins. This is it. This is as far as the hockey season can go, Game 7. There's no Game 8. There's no next game or tomorrow.
It's the winner take all this one.
This is it, and it's in Boston, too. I have a feeling Boston's going to take it.
I hope so.
You know why? Because David Ortiz, a former Red Sox player, got shot in the Dominican Republic, I believe. And, oh, yeah, I know my phone's almost dead. He got shot, but he's in stable condition, but he's a Boston legend. I mean, he won 3 World Series with them in 04, 07.
Someone, like, just shot him?
Yeah, apparently it was a robbery attempt, but the video footage made it looked like he was just trying to kill the guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't trying to rob anything. So he got shot. He's in stable condition. He's fine. They're flying him back to Boston. I feel like that's going to be momentum for the Bruins. And they're playing in Boston. He might be in. I don't know if he's going to go to the game. Probably not. But he'll probably be watching it, wherever he's at.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like
We're like, oh, we got to do this for our boy.
yeah, the spirit, the momentum might be on Boston's side. It's very sad that this happened to him because I watched him as a kid. Although he pretty much did do steroids. I don't know why everybody lets that slide and loves him for it. Or not loves him because he did steroids, but he did steroids and people are like, yeah, we'll let it slide. Why? You know?
It's a norm nowadays. Look at all the baseball players, football players that are doing steroids.
Honestly, you can't blame football players. You're trying to pretty much like kill the guy. You know? But in baseball, it's like, I want to hit the ball an extra 40 feet. So give me some steroids. And also the thing with steroids, they help you recover from injuries quicker.
Oh,
it's not,
yeah.
It's not like they give you extra strength. They do, but they help you recover from injuries quicker. You know? If I suffer an injury and a big, strong guy suffers an injury, it's going to take me a long time to recover than the other guy, depending on the injury. But if he did steroids and recovers in a week, and it takes me 3 months, guys like me are like, dude, what's the point? That's
Why
not
do
fair.
steroids, like, constantly? We can just do crack a couple of times, stay up for like a week at a time, and get a bunch of practice in.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, you know what? I'm going to try something. I'm going to turn my car on and then plug my phone in and see if we can keep going. I wonder how loud that was on the fucking, audio. But we're doing pretty good. We're going to wrap it up here soon, but, you know, this is good. This is good. I got to have you back on. Moisture?
It's still sweaty in here, dude.
What the fuck, moisture? It's been sitting on my lap.
It's a sweaty place.
Oh, great. That's gonna be fucking fun. Well, that sucks. Well, in closing, we got Blues Bruins, Game 7. Let's go Blues. You know, we talked about a lot of shit. We talked about scary videos, conspiracy theories, really dark stuff. And what did we talk about at the end? Really?
I mean, I mentioned Avatar: The Last Airbender, but
Oh yeah, that's true. Is it official?
they released like a teaser, like image,
Yeah.
and I think it was like Aang and Appa, but they basically released like a teaser plot, which I think, like I said, was supposed to revolve around Azula.
Right.
Basically, like how the comics were.
It was
which I'm
based on a
like-
comic?
Yeah, they continued the series a little bit with
really?
some comics. Yeah, I read one of them, and it was something like, what was it? It was like Zuko talking to his dad in prison, like basically trying to get advice on how we should run the country because everyone's getting mad.
This sounds like The Walking Dead in one of the later seasons.
Oh no!
Did you like The Walking Dead? And get into it?
I think they're starting to drag it on too much. I like the comics. The comics are good. I like the Whisperers and everything.
What are the Whisperers?
It's basically people that dress up as zombies to like hide in the herds.
So are they good people or bad people?
I mean, it's just regular people, but they just disguise themselves as a zombie so that they don't have to like avoid them.
Well, they're like the saviors.
Oh, those are just assholes.
So yeah, they're like, that's what I never understood. Like, I know it's a zombie drama, but I don't care about human drama. If I want to watch human drama, I'll watch Grey's Anatomy or ER or fucking My Name is Earl.
So,
I
like,
don't care.
If something like that would actually happen, like a zombie apocalypse, you think people would be actually as shitty as they are on that show?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so too.
If the zombie apocalypse happened and we could still have like, the news on, we would still see news stories about idiot people, wanting to get some exercise and then they turn into a zombie. And they would try to sue that, person. It's just, yeah. The stupid, dumb characters on that show we would see in real life. When people fail to realize that. Because you hear people all the time, they go, if there was a zombie apocalypse, here's what I would do. Here's my plan. It's
like if there was a zombie apocalypse, there's a high chance you'd be one of the people turned